growing up hip hop. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let me go ahead and blow this up. So TT and Sean, right? Let me make sure this is the right one. Okay, yeah. So TT and Sean, so they speak on the wedding. Okay, Sean is getting a bit frustrated with the wedding, and TT is making it bigger and adding more things. And he's tired at this point. Okay, he's tired of spending money. I know you are tired of spending money. He says that he wants it to be simple and about the love and about the company that will be there. Like that's the main focus. He doesn't like the fact that she has twice the amount of people attending in comparison to what they originally started out with, right? So he asked her if she's sure she is okay with not having Pep and Egypt at the wedding, and she said she good. She said she done moved on and she won't have no regrets later. Now, I don't really blame TT on this. The now that I think about it, I don't blame her. Like, if I don't rock with you and you my family member and you ain't have my best interest in heart in the past few weeks or something like that, bye. Because I feel like friends have gotten scrapped from weddings. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have gotten scrapped from weddings. So, I mean, whether you were a person that was going to be a part of the wedding, like as a bridesmaid or whatever capacity, or an attendee. So it is what it is. And I do feel like it's her way that she can make the decision that she wants. And if she don't want them there, then stop asking her about it. Oh, girl, not the splash be in my face, girl. But anyway, then, just don't let them come, girl. It is what it is. So let's move on to Tretch and Egypt. I will say this. I really liked Egypt's look. I think it was because she had the earrings and she had the makeup. Whoever did her makeup did a really good job. Her haircut didn't look as bad either. But she looked more dolled up to me. Okay. So I liked Egypt's look. Okay. He takes her to meet with a label. Egypt, what else? So she goes and shows them her latest video. And I felt like they didn't really compliment the song. I think it's called I'm a Rock Star. And I don't know how I go, girl. But anyway, showed them a video of her latest song. And they said the video was cool. They was like, they liked the creative visuals and stuff, but they truly, to me, did not compliment the song. And they high key want her to find her sound. Like, is this truly your sound? Is this truly what you into? You're riding on the backs of your parents, but your parents are hip hop artists. So what lane are you going to be in? Are you going to be a hip hop artist? Like, what are you doing? Because it seems like you're all over the place a little bit, right? So I'm sure that wasn't the only video that she played for them, maybe another one. And they're getting different styles from different videos. So what are you trying to do? She doesn't know. And that's what I want for Egypt. And y'all let me know. But I just want her to really take the time out to find her sound. It seems like Egypt doesn't know what she wants to do and never knew what she wanted to do, in my opinion. I feel like she graduated high school. She saw her parents being successful in hip hop and she figured, oh, hey, I'll do what they're doing. Then she goes over here, sees what Sam talking about. Oh, well, cool. I'll follow Sam's lead. Like, Egypt has no direction on what she wants to do with her life. She just follows behind what's already put in front of her instead of genuinely sitting down, figuring out what it is I really want to do. And let me put all my energy towards that. If it's acting, let me put all my balls in that basket. Okay. And let me just go hard for that because that's going to happen. Okay. Period. Right. So, I mean, I don't know if it's music, that's fine, but figure out your lane and then just go straight towards that. Don't let nobody be able to tug a war on you on what it is you want for your life. Sam over here got you over here in MMA fighting or whatever they got going on. But is that something you want to do? No, you just want to go everywhere Sam wants to go. And I cringe and I hate it. And for those of you guys that are not aware, Sam and Egypt are now married. Pep and Tretch stood up there beside them as they ended up getting married. And they also said Lazy Bone showed up as well as Tretch's wife. Her brother Tyran did not show up. I don't know why. I feel like Tyran is the only one that makes sense, that sees that this is not the best decision for her, but she's gonna have to learn that on her own. And I feel like her parents are like, what can we do? We can't. If she grown out, she make her own decision. She gonna have to marry him, and if it don't go right for her, then okay. And it also got you wondering: is Sam about to go to jail? Which is why she chose to go ahead and marry him, so she can get those visits and all this other stuff. What is that? What a fool, girl! I can't. She's still young minded, and then when people tell her that she's young minded, she don't want to hear that. Girl, go away from us with this. Anyway. So they tell her, although her parents are connected, she needs to be making her own connections. And I'm like, agreed. Stop letting Sam guide you on how you need to connect, okay? What else? They say her parents are hip hop, but she isn't. They really don't even know the lane that she's in. We already talked about that, okay? Then they gonna say, one of the guys said, okay, well, we're gonna talk to the label and we're gonna put together some numbers. I said, he lying. If ever you got to go back and talk to the label, we're going to put together some numbers. Girl, they not going to work with you. They not going to work with you. Not at all. They think that she needs to get out there and work on growing her audience more organically. All right. What else? I feel like she has to believe in what she's doing. Okay. And that's going to be important. If you want other people to believe in what you're doing, you got to believe in it too. You got to give them some type of vision. Like, okay, boom, I see where you're going. But girl, either way, girl, I guess she need to find her style. She needs to find her sound. She just lost. It is what it is. Let's move on. Let's get to Vanessa, Tanise, and Cree. Okay. Now, I don't understand why they had to film Vanessa in a car. I don't know what that was about. On a main road in front of some houses, they filmed her in a car. Y'all couldn't take her to no office. Y'all couldn't take her to Starbucks. Y'all couldn't take her somewhere and let her sit down in a restaurant. Y'all had to film it inside of a car, I guess, with this awkward FaceTime that she did. Okay. So she sitting outside or whatever. And then I was wondering, like, girl, are y'all outside of her house and her husband? I mean, her boyfriend don't want y'all to come in or something. Like, what was that about? But anyway, Vanessa brings up doing something for TT at a surprise bachelorette party as she's talking to Tanise. Tanise says, well, I was going to come out there. I'm not anymore. You know, I got baby JoJo. So with baby JoJo, I'm not going to come. Okay. I want to be here with my kids. So she's not going to come. She says, maybe you could get Cree to step in my place. Vanessa said, Cree? Girl, was you not paying attention when Cree went off on Tanise? Went off on TT? Are you sure? So they ended up calling Cree anyway. Okay. Tanise tells her that she thinks that it was a misunderstanding. And Vanessa says, okay, I get that. I just don't want drama. If this is supposed to be a celebration for TT, I don't want no drama. Okay. So Cree says that she'll be okay with helping out at the bachelorette party. Of course, because that's Cree's lane. Cree enjoys things like that. And she also probably sat back and realized, I didn't really handle this situation great. This would be a good gesture for she and I to get back on one accord and talk to each other, right? And I also feel like that should not be an issue for them to do, considering the fact that TTU too at one point said some things that Vanessa did not like that you said, and y'all were at odds. And it wasn't until y'all both had a conversation that y'all were able to come back together and be better friends or whatever, right? So I feel like there is space for her and Cree to make up and for them to be good, right? All right. So Vanessa says that it would be great to also have that talk and that conversation. And Cree says, yes, we could be cool. Like, it's not going to be any issue because at the end of the day, we're all grown adults. True. And I just wish Cree would have knew that this entire time when she went off on TT, and then two, when she came at Sequoia the way that she did, right? So there's that. Okay, so let's move on and get to Eric and Lazy. So Eric goes to visit Eazy-E's grave, which happens to be his dad. Lazy Boy joins him. They both end up Lazy Bone. Lazy joins him. They reminisce on his father and the impact that he had in the industry and on their lives. Okay. Eric brings up his sisters wanting to learn more about the father's death, but he doesn't want them to really talk about it because he feels like it's going to wake up another beast. And he's not ready for another beast to be waking up, even though he does believe that his dad died under weird circumstances. Okay. I believe he does believe that his dad did not die, how people are saying that he died. And he wants the information is what it seems like. He just doesn't want it to come at the cost of his family being harmed or anything like that. Right. So that's why he's kind of like shying away from it. But what he doesn't know is that Lazy Bone is actually participating in the documentary that the sisters are creating. But he's not going to tell Eric that at this time because he does not want to upset him. So we're going to see how that's going to play out, okay? Let's get to Twist, Cree, and Vanessa, girl. So Twist sees Cree, and he says, why are you here? He says, Cree thought he was joking, right? And then, but he told her that she ruined his party, right? So she says, it was Savannah. You sure it was me? Like, Savannah was the one that ruined your party. And he kept saying, you ruined my party. So he felt like it was both of them that ruined his party. She apologizes to him because she was wrong for doing the absolute most while at his party. But here's the thing for me. I felt like, I understand she apologized and she should have, but did Twist ever apologize to Cree for how he disrespected her at JoJo and Tanice's anniversary party that Cree threw? Yeah, so you need to be apologizing for that if you haven't. But let's move on. Egypt and Sam, okay? So Egypt decides that she's finna do this picnic for Sam. Hate to see it, okay? She is so in love with this man, infatuated with this man, and I actually do not understand why. But I'm not in a relationship, so okay then, girl. So they confess their emotions, and she says that she's vulnerable right now, and he says that he has and then he said that he shut off his feelings or whatever out of fear. And I'm like, you've been with her for how many years now? You want to shut your feelings off towards her because of some SHI you did out of fear that you probably gonna get locked up. So basically, if you were to get locked up, you won't be so hurt by her moving on with her life because that's what it is that you want. I guess so. Maybe that's the best decision for you, honey. But anyway, it just says that they were planning to get married. But Sam says they got to put a halt on getting married because he needs to see about what's more important, right? He feels like the marriage isn't as important as his freedom. So he's trying to see what's going to happen with that. And then he got his kids that he got to be concerned about. And it's like, Sam, I hate that it took for you to get locked up and get these charges put on you for you to start thinking with a little bit of common sense. Okay, you should have always had your kids' mind in the forefront when you was out here doing all the SHI that you was out here doing. Okay, Sam, you must have had your kids very, very young because you'll be moving out. You be out here moving like you missing out on stuff or something. I don't know. And you trying to get some of your youth back. I don't know. But as much as you love your kids and all this other stuff, you should have had them in the forefront. Okay? And Sam Daddy, don't be trying to come down here in the comments and chit chat or whoever you is, Team Sam, because you'll get blocked all the same, okay? Because it ain't changing over here, okay? All the energy you spending in people's comments talking about whatever you know, go spend that time talking to Sam, okay? Go spend that time talking to WeTV so maybe they can make him look better on TV, okay? All right, okay, there's that. What else? Yeah, Sam says that he's happy for Egypt if she does go off by herself and become successful. Like if she goes off, get a deal, do acting, whatever she does, if she goes off and do that, then he feels like she deserves that. And then some, and he'll respect it. But I think also he knows if it is a win for her, it could be a win for him as well. Okay. And he just got to eat that. He should have ate that from the moment he came into this relationship because you're not of royalty. Okay. She is. Her parents are legends in this hip hop game. Yours are not. They may be legends in another thing, but they ain't legends in this, okay? So, yeah, if she deserved that, then great, but she also got to work for what she deserves. She shouldn't just be getting it because of who her parents are. But let's go ahead and move on, okay? The link up, all right? So everybody gets ready to link up, okay? Because they're about to celebrate TT and Sean. Boogie shows up. I was like, hi, Boogie. Boogie, what's up, Boogie? I don't like that y'all only give us 5 seconds of Boogie. I've literally gotten 10 seconds of Boogie this season. Boogie, what did you do that caused you to not really be on camera? Let us know. All right. He still hangs with the crew, but he just not filming like that. All right. So JoJo pops up and he grabs Sean and the guys like, yo, let me get all the guys. Sean, you getting in this car. TT, you over there with the girls, okay? Now, mind you, when Cree came and TT came, I don't think they spoke to each other at all, right? So TT is about to head out with the girls, and then JoJo lets her know that Cree knows what's going on. So TT at this point is shocked. Like, you know what's going on? Like, girl, we are at odds. Like, I know you're not over here trying to do something nice for me. Like, what's that? Right? So Cree ends up talking to TT. She says, listen, we need to talk about the issue. Meanwhile, Eric's wife and Brianna went and got in the car, okay? Now, TT and Cree end up talking about the issues between them and how Cree felt like her business was being put down. I feel like TT didn't necessarily put your business down. Like, I don't think TT put your business down at all. Y'all just wasn't really working with each other. Like, for real, for real. TT did not have to say that y'all was on her SHI list. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the person that was on the SHI list to me was Savannah. Not so much as Cree, even though Cree went and told, Vanessa, right? Because it is like, I'm working with her. I don't want to be the person to come to her. And it's like, I'm just starting a business relationship with you and somewhat of a personal. I'd rather let your best friend know that's going to be able to have those delicate conversations with you that knows you like that, not me. Right. So I understood why she did that. So they just had their back and forth. And TT let her know, like, girl, you came for me. You came for me. You came for me. And then Cree said, yeah, I did come for you because I was feeling attacked or something like that. And I'm like, Cree, let's not. Don't say that. Don't say you was feeling attacked, girl. Okay. I don't think she was giving you that type of energy. Okay. So Brianna yelling, telling them to come on. And I actually felt like that was kind of rude of Brianna to be yelling at them, telling them to come on because she's ready to go. When you be ready to have your conversations with Boogie and everybody else, you don't want nobody interrupting you. But see, she really did that, and I couldn't fault her all the way. Because when you think about TT and Brianna knowing how TT is, she knows that TT gets frantic or whatever, or she's not as comfortable in those one-on-one settings because we know TT is not an aggressive person. For real, okay? She's not going to lead with that type of rah, 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 fight you energy. So that was really Brianna trying to have her friends back a little bit, but it was a bit annoying because it's like, come on now. And another reason why I also was like, I can't be too mad at Brianna was because the way the situation happened with Cree and Sequoia and Brianna got an eyeful, or she was a witness to how that happened. When the last time they let everybody back up so that Cree could talk to Sequoia, it almost went left. So I also understand that part as to why Brianna, you know what I'm saying, hung around and I'm sorry, not hung around, but started yelling like, guys, let's go, let's go, let's go. Right? So there's that. What else? So Vanessa asked about, okay, so when they ended up getting in the car, Cree was really annoyed by Brianna high key. But that's so funny because Cree has a strong personality just like Brianna. But I have yet to see them really cross lanes where they got into it. It seems like both of them know the level that they need to take it when it comes to each lady, right? That's what it's giving. Like they don't really want to get into it with each other. So I feel like Cree was like, oh, I don't want to go. I'm not going to the next thing. Like, nah, I'm not going to go there with them. I'm going to make sure they get to where they got to go. And then I'm just not going to participate. But it really was because she was annoyed by Brianna not allowing them to sort out the situation, right? And I feel like she also could have been annoyed by the fact that TT was not going to let her slide with the BS, right? She didn't get no attitude with her per se. But if it was wrong, TT was calling her out about that. So there's that. Vanessa asked about where's Cree when the ladies touched down. Brianna is just noticed when they get to the hotel. Vanessa's like, where's Cree? And then I think somebody said, oh, I think she went down where the guys were, check on the guys or something, right? If y'all noticed the whole time, Brianna sat there and she ain't saying nothing. And then when somebody said, I think she's with the guys, Brianna said, she was making faces, but keeping them extremely subtle, which was enough to let me know that Brianna ain't really featuring Cree at all. But for some reason, they don't want to have a beef with each other because obviously they're both hotheads. And I feel like it's the same situation with Savannah, where Savannah knows who to try and who not to try. I get the same energy from Cree and Brianna. They know not to try each other type thing. I don't know. Or it could also be that Brianna ain't been in no beef for real this season. So maybe she's trying to change how she comes off to people. Right? So Cree is downstairs and says that she would rather go hang with the guys instead of the women. I said, I know Cree is frustrated, and I think it's good that she doesn't go and hang out with the ladies and that she does go and hang out with the guys, because if she hangs with the ladies, the conversation is going to come back up about her and TT, and that's going to ruin the surprise and the celebration that they have for TT. So yeah, go hang out with the guys so y'all ain't got to be arguing. It is what it is, right? Cree decides she's going to bring the strippers to the guys. Okay. Sean starts talking about how he enjoys being with his fiance and hanging with his fiance. Now, I wasn't sure if Sean was truly not interested in the strippers or not interested in the strippers because the cameras were there, right? He didn't want that. So the guys continue to like try to pressure him and put the strippers off on him. Strippers was wondering, why is he acting weird? Like, is that the guy? Is that the one getting married? He over there acting weird? Oh, I think I know why he acting weird. It's because he white. And Eric started laughing and said, but his wife is black though. Like, what are y'all getting at here? Right? Only for the wife to end up showing up at a later time. Excuse me, Sean was hiding. He was hiding from and everything. It seemed like he just didn't want to be around the cameras when he was hiding. It was like he was watching, seeing what the ladies was doing, but then hiding behind a wall because it seems like he didn't want his reactions or anything to be caught on camera, especially with the rumors that were happening last season. I feel like TT could have cussed him out and went off on him and told him he better not ever make her look like another fool on television, because people can only speak on or touch on or throw in my face what it is that you put out there. So I can't fault Sean for not wanting to make her look a fool and not wanting to be all about the strippers and stuff, because he already had enough of a rumors last year. So why do that again this year? So I can't be mad if he wanted to learn his lesson and respect her. So it was what it was. TT and the ladies ended up showing up at the Bachelorette party, right? And Sean was glad because he wanted to dip out and be with his fiance. And that's just what it was. And when everybody saw that the strippers wasn't giving, none of the guys were really giving the energy, everybody ended up scooting out and leaving. So nobody really hung around. But Eric and JoJo seemed like at first they were all into it. They were all into the action. So there's that. Not into the action enough to like cheat on their wife or anything. At least I don't think that of JoJo. But yeah, you know, they was into it. They wanted a little break. So there's that, honey. But you know, it is what it is. I also caught the fact that JoJo took his ass out there to Vegas and hung out and all that other great stuff. Meanwhile, you got Tanise back in the house with the babies. So she did not come and participate for the Bachelorette weekend, but JoJo did. But either way, girl, good luck, honey. Okay, y'all go ahead and hop down below and let me know your thoughts about growing up hip-hop. Okay, that's all that I got. I'm Jamie, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, or follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.